So I've been teaching a bunch of classes in Georgia, Texas, and now I'm on my way to Kansas. And along my route, I wanted to stop by Nighthawk just to touch base. It's been 9 years since I've been to the facility, and man, it is very impressive. It's completely changed and grown, and watching that growth and where they've gone is pretty amazing. A lot of people don't know, but if you were to look at this gun and you're familiar with 1911s, this gun has a familiar look to it. That's because it's built on a Baer frame and slide. So the first 20 guns that Nighthawk produced were actually on a Baer frame and slide. One of the other things they also used were STI frames and slides. Again, this was for a limited time until they started prototyping their own, and then of course making their own frames and slides in-house. When you kind of think about bringing everything in-house, it's really important because you're the one holding yourself accountable. You're not worrying about other manufacturers or if they're off in tolerances. Everything you control, and that's a huge benefit. This gun right here, when you look at this frame and slide, this right here was the first prototype of what they're doing now, if you think about it. And that's from where they were here to where they are now. It's pretty impressive. So one of the first 1911s that I purchased, and you know, back then I think this gun was about $1,800. Now I'm sure it's more, but it was a Talon. And one of the things that I really liked about it was this bull barrel, the barrel profile. Oddly, the reason why I bought this gun was because of this article that came out in Combat Tactics magazine. And I ordered one exactly like this gun. I'm sure I wasn't the only one doing it as well. There's just something that I like about that blue slide and stainless bottom. I believe it's the, I think Colt does a special combat, not Commander, but government model where it's got a blue slide on it and a stainless bottom, and I've always fancied that. And when I saw it with that bull barrel, normally I was a bushing guy, at that point I had to have it. So there's so much, it's really kind of bizarre because that was back in 2005, just right when they started as well. So it's really interesting just to see that progression in history along the way. It's been so many years now, but I was really honored when Nighthawk built guns for me. This was my first 1911 that I ever had somebody build for me. They did such a phenomenal job on it. This was back, I guess, in 2012, and we did it for about 3 years. So we did a 5-inch model, railed, and then we also, at the time, did a more of a carry size Commander model. And it's you know, for a lot of us, when we're looking at putting our name on something and who to go with, it really is important, right? Brands are very, very important. Nighthawk hasn't built guns just for me. They've built guns for Larry Vickers. They've built guns for Clint Smith. They still sell those, you know, some of those versions still today. So again, when you start to look at companies and quality and diversity and where they're going, it's really, you know, it's just one of those things where, you know, you appreciate being a part of that ride.